What's going on, everyone? It's Stephanie Adams with SOS Solutions. So we talk a lot in this channel about the different types of items that are on your credit report and kind of how to work with them and what you should be doing with them and how to dispute them. But you know what? I think we should go through this again. How do you dispute items on your credit report? Here we go. Okay, this one's not really that complicated. I'm not going to dive deep into this. I know I have a lot of people that are like, what about Metro 2? And what about the FCRA? And what about the FDCPA? And most people that are just sitting down to really start to get their foot into cleaning up their credit report are like, I have no idea what you're talking about. So let's just keep this really, really simple, okay? Disputing your credit report. You're going to see a lot of videos, you're going to see a lot of advice out there, but I'm just going to give you mine from my experience of having done this for so many years, for so many people, and for myself. You need to follow. The first thing is, why are you disputing? What exactly are you trying to accomplish? Because what you may find is you can probably just leave your credit report alone and just follow the 5 rules of building your credit, and you can just leave all those bad things alone depending on what's on the credit report and what you're trying to accomplish. So I just want to make that clear. You don't have to go through the dispute process at all. But if you have in your mind that this is what you want to do, here's how we're going to do it. You need to get a copy of all 3 credit reports: Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. Okay, those are your 3 bureaus, your 3 main bureaus that a creditor is going to look at when they pull your credit report: Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. Okay, you want to get a copy of those. Now, how can you get those? You're going to go to annualcreditreports.com. Totally free. You can pull all 3. All right. It's going to take you probably 30 minutes to do it all, because you got to answer some security questions. You got to print it all out. You got to set it all up for you to look at. But yeah, it's probably going to take you about 30 minutes to do it all. Annualcreditreports.com. The other thing you can do is you can look at something online that actually shows you all 3. Yes, you need to have all 3. So Credit Karma is out on this. You don't want to use Credit Karma for this, but you need to look at a service that has all 3 reports lined up so that you can see, what does Equifax say, what does TransUnion say, what does Experian say. I use Identity IQ for my clients. I know a lot of people use Smart Credits. There's a lot out there, so just do your research, and a lot of times they have samples of what it looks like. And if you're really looking for samples, you can kind of go back to some of my old videos that will show you the example of what those reports look like. What you're looking to do with this is find the errors in the credit report, okay? Now, when you first do this and you look over your credit report, you're going to be able to automatically identify something is wrong. Somebody says you owe something that you don't owe. There's an account on here that doesn't belong to you. There's a name or an address that's not yours. There's a social security number that doesn't belong to you. Those things are really, really simple to find. But when we want to drill down into our dispute process, because when you dispute, you can't just dispute and say it's not mine. That went out the window in like 2007, okay? You can't do that. It's not going to work anymore. You have to find the actual errors in your credit reports, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to take all of your reports, and if you've pulled from like annualcreditreport.com, make yourself a spreadsheet of what Experian says, TransUnion says, and Equifax says, okay? So you want to know what's the account number say on each of the bureaus. What does the date open say? What does the date close say? What does the date of last payment say on all 3 bureaus? So you can see, okay, this one says it was opened in February of 2015, like February 1st, 2015, but this one says it was open February 15th. You're gonna look and see what their status is. Are they open? Are they closed? Are they delinquent? Are they charged off? They should all be the same. So that's what you're disputing. You're gonna look at payment history, because in the very bottom you're always going to see, okay, Equifax said I made an okay payment in October. Experian said I didn't make one at all. TransUnion said I was 30 days late. That's 3 different pieces of data, guys. That's incorrect and that's disputable. So the law is, under the Fair Credit Reporting Act, that anything that is incorrect on a credit report is open to be disputed and should be corrected. That's what you're doing in the dispute process, okay? Now we're gonna go into some deeper information on what to do when you get responses back from your creditors, because that's all under the new regulations. But those are your disputes. Now, how are you gonna send these into the bureaus? You have a couple of ways to do it, depending on who you know. No, I'm just kidding. You have a couple of ways to do it. Number one, you can, and this is the most popular, you're gonna send it, you're gonna write a little letter out and say, hey, this is what's wrong, this is my name, this is my address. You'll get people that will say, don't give them your social, don't give them your date of birth. Guaranteed, they already have it because you've already provided for them. But you don't have to put it in the letter if you want to. You want to make them do a little bit of work. You don't have to put it in the letter. Your name, your address. You're going to put the date on the letter, and then you're going to address it to whoever the creditor is or whoever the bureau is. Most people go with the bureau first, and you're going to say, on my credit report, I was reviewing my credit report, and I see that the following information is wrong, and then list it. That's it. That's all you have to do. You don't have to do that as just a single item per letter to the bureau. You can do all of the items that are absolutely wrong. You can put them all in there. You put them all in the same letter. You're going to fold it up. You're going to put it in an envelope, and you're going to stick it in the mail. Now, if you really, really are thinking, hey, you know what? I may sue these people for this, then I recommend doing this certified. Guys, if you don't have to go to court, let's not do that. It's a long process. You could win some money for it. But if we want to make this quick and simple, you don't need to send it certified. But if you want to take it and you want to drill home to people that they're doing something wrong on your credit, then yeah, send it certified. Let's set it up to litigate, okay? So that's what you're going to do. Those bureaus have 30 days to get back to you. So if you're sending it first to the bureau, it has 30 days to get back to you. You can also wait a couple weeks and then send it off to the creditor and tell the creditor what's wrong. And when you're doing that as well, you can also ask them for the documentation on the account. And again, there's new regulations out there. So what they have to send back to you, we're going to go through a series of videos on the information that they have to send back to you. But that's it, guys. That is disputing your credit report. That's all that's involved in the dispute process. So this is just one piece of the puzzle, okay? So stay tuned because we're gonna go way deep into this. I've already gone way deep into this, but let's do a little bit more that maybe I haven't covered, okay? So stay tuned. Questions, comments, or concerns, please give us a call, 757-356-5756. I am Stephanie Adams with SOS Solutions, and we will talk again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.